Well, good morning. Here it is. It's Wednesday already. It's today is Hump Day. We're working through halfway through the week, and of course today is February the 7th. And I hope that you had a great Tuesday. I hope that your day went well. Hope that you were able to get some things done and take care of the opportunities that you had yesterday. And now here it is, Wednesday. It's Hump Day, and I trust that you're feeling well. Hope that you are, and hope that you were able to rest well, and now ready to tackle the opportunities that God has blessed us with the breath to breathe on this wonderful Wednesday morning. This morning I want to share a devotional entitled "A Different Attitude." In Numbers chapter 14, verse 24, it says the following: "But my servant Caleb has a different attitude than the others have. He has remained loyal to me, so I will bring him into the land he explored. His descendants will possess their full share of that land." Through 45 years of wilderness wandering, Caleb, he believed God, and he clung to his promise. You see, God had promised Caleb, that he would enter the promised land. But, in the meantime, he had to put up with, all the whining, griping, and complaining of his fellow Israelites. Caleb was there, when they complained, about the manna that God had provided, and cried out, for the meat, like they had in Egypt. He was there when they rebelled against Moses, and he had to put up with all of it. Yet, you see, Caleb, he believed that God was going to keep his promise. He was able to follow the Lord, and finish well because, you see, he took God at his word. He believed him. And after years of waiting and resisting, the temptation to follow the crowd, Caleb was ready to receive his award. At 85 years old, he said the following in Joshua 14:11: "I am as strong now as I was when Moses sent me on that journey, and I can still travel and fight as well as I could then." Now, some of the young guys of Israel, they probably laughed at this point. What was this 85-year-old man, going to be doing? But Caleb was still strong. And though his outward man was perishing, his inward man had been renewed day by day. He had maintained a first love relationship with God. And so as a result, he maintained his first strength. We see the practical results of this inner strength demonstrated in Joshua chapter 15, verses 13 and 14. Listen to what it says. "So Caleb was given the town of Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, which had been named after Anak's ancestor. Caleb drove out the three groups of Anakites, the descendants of Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai, the sons of Anak." Here we discover, that all the people who received, an inheritance in the land, only Caleb, of all these people, only Caleb drove out the enemy. And he faced some of the most formidable foes in the entire land. Caleb, you see, had specifically asked for Hebron. This was no garden spot. It was a rugged, treacherous area with a powerful enemy stronghold guarded by the strongest men. This was no easy duty for Caleb. Being an older guy, he could have asked for, a nice, comfortable plot of land, where maybe there were no enemies to drive out. But he asked for one of the toughest assignments. And then he drove out his enemies. Now, maybe, just maybe, there was another motive for Caleb's wanting Hebron. You see, the Bible tells us that in Hebron, God spoke with Abraham face to face and gave him the promise of the land in the first place. The very name Hebron is descriptive, meaning fellowship, love, and communion. This is the place that Caleb longed for. And you see, ultimately, and he received it. You know, while others longed for Egypt, you see, Caleb, he longed for Hebron. While others looked back, you know, Caleb, he looked forward. He kept his eyes focused forward. And while others wanted to please themselves, Caleb, he wanted to please God. He stood on the promises of God. And you know what? We need to do the same thing in the day and age we're living in right now. We need to remember that God, He will keep His promises. God has always kept His promises. He's never faltered. You know, we as man, we have faltered, but God has never failed to come through with His promises. And so that's what we need to lean on in the day and age we live in. And so anyway, I hope that encourages you here on this Wednesday morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. You know, remember that Angie and I, we love you guys and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.